Today we're starting off the video with no makeup because we don't wake up with full glam. Let's be real, people. I got a little bit of skincare on, skin is glowing, I'm happy about that. But there are times when I look in the mirror and I'm like, who is that girl? I don't recognize her. Between the piles of laundry and the constant to-do list, finding a few minutes for myself seems impossible. But I have found a quick routine to help me feel a little bit more human even on the craziest of days. Let me show you. So for eyebrows, I have always been using the Freeze Brow Styling Wax. A quick tip for you guys, if you do dye your hair, match your eyebrows to your hair because it makes the biggest difference. I was doing my eyebrows in a dark brown color. It looked way off and it did not complement my face. So I personally love the NYX Fill and Fluff pencils. I am using the color Chocolate. Let me zoom in. And then I just go darker around the arch because that's usually what happens, and lighter on the inner corners because you don't want this part to look too dark or it's gonna look really unnatural. And I get a lot of questions about how I do my brows, so there's tons of Instagram videos that I've posted on how to do my brows, so go and check it out. See how easy that is? I just go over with a spoolie and just straighten out those hairs. See the difference? So much better, and it matches my hair. So here we go, we're gonna do the same thing on this side. I have a little mole on this side of my face, so it makes this brow look a bit thicker, but it's actually not. It's just because there's this mole there, but I kind of like it. My mom says to keep it because apparently it's lucky. Like, what? Chinese parents, you know what I mean? Now I'm gonna use a primer because I feel like primers really help keep my makeup on all day, especially if I'm running around doing a bunch of errands, working, picking up the kids. So I've been using the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer. Looks like that. It's a little bit on both sides. And then I use my hands to like rub it in. And then I'll be using the Huda Beauty Easy Blur. I've also noticed another tip that you can do is put the makeup on the bottom and then work your way up. That way your forehead doesn't look super unnatural. And this one is pretty close to my natural color, you see? You can't really tell the difference, which is great. That's why I love this. And you only use a tiny amount. Like, that's not a lot of makeup I'm using. And it's great because it feels really lightweight. It's just not heavy because I'm not about that heavy makeup life. So confession time. I don't remember any time recently that I have not felt burnt out at the end of the day. You know, I start the day off pretty good, get my kids to school, drink a few cups of coffee, get to work, make some videos, chat with you guys on Instagram. And then by the time I have to pick up my kids, I instantly start to feel extremely tired. Like when I have to go pick them up, my body is like, okay, round 2 is coming. Get yourself ready. I'm like depleted, exhausted. So, I mean, moms, if you're watching, tell me I'm not alone. Now we're gonna go in with concealer. I always warm up my concealer on the back of my hand because concealers can be thick. And if you put too much on right away, like cold, it's gonna cake. And another tip is to use a bit of setting spray when you are mixing it on the brush and then applying it on. That's going to give you creaseless under eyes. But right now, because we're doing a quick routine, I'm just going to dab it on very gently and lightly. But I'm telling you, as I get older, I feel like working with my fingers and my hands when I'm applying makeup makes my skin look much more youthful. So here's the thing, even though I'm exhausted, I still want to feel like me, not just like mom or like person who's always on the go. And to be totally honest, I feel guilty wanting that time for myself. Isn't that crazy? It's like moms do so much and you feel bad for taking time for yourself. As women, we need to rewire our brains to know that we deserve to take care of ourselves. We deserve self-care. We deserve those moments for us. So for contouring, I'll be using the M Cosmetics So Soft Terra. I love this because it's more on the gray side. Grays make the shadows look more natural. So I do very little contouring. A little V shape here, a little V shape here, a little bit on the sides of the nose, a couple here on the forehead, slim down, a little bit on the chin here. So yeah, we should definitely not feel guilty for spending time on ourselves, even if it's a few minutes to just sit down and chat with a girlfriend or like talk about anything. It took me a really long time to realize that taking a few minutes for myself is necessary, even if my kids are at my feet and they're like tugging on me, mom, I need this, mom, I need that, because that's never going to end. I need to make sure that I'm at my best so I can take care of them. if you're feeling guilty, because I feel guilty all the time when I want to do something for myself and my kids are screaming for me or they're saying I need this, I need that, I want mom. But there's a boundary. Boundaries are important because you're just gonna lose yourself and you're gonna burn yourself out, and nobody wants a burnt out mom. For blush, I recently started using a lot of their products and I just love the glow. It's called Merit. This is the Cheeky Blush Balm. It's like a multi-use product, which is why I love it. You can use it for your cheeks, you can use it for your lips. All right, so I'm gonna use my brush and then I'm gonna apply it right here. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a lift. Like, look at that natural flush. I love it. You know, now that I'm in my 30s and I have 2 kids, there are times when I look in the mirror and I just look at myself. I'm like, what happened? Where did she go? And I think having a family does that to you. Your career is on hold. You have to put your family first. You have to raise your kids like you don't work, but then you also have to work like you don't have any kids. And you need time back for yourself. Women actually don't get back to normal. I think it's at least 2 years after their postpartum. So like, think about that for a second. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm giving a few minutes, talking to you guys and putting on a little bit of makeup because it makes me feel good. Now for mascara, I'll be using the Pixi by Petra Lash Booster Mascara. I love this one because honestly, it just keeps my eyelashes up and they don't fall down, because with some mascaras, I put it on and then they just drop and they're just like, bye. It's like straighter than if I didn't use any mascara. So, but this one has been in my bag for many months now. I'm going to do a very simple wing. Do like the tiniest little wing, just like that. I'm gonna put you on a very beautiful new lipstick that I have been obsessed with. It is the Lancome Lip Idol Butter Glow Lip Balm, and it's like the perfect pink. The best way to describe this, it's like a perfect mix between lip balm and lipstick. When I am getting up or I'm getting ready and I want to put myself together, this is a quick routine just to get me feeling like a little bit more like a human again. Have that empathy and compassion for yourself to take time and do some self-care, because when you feel good, you can take care of all the other things way better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to hang out with me other than on YouTube, I'm on Instagram. I have a newsletter for my really close-knit community. So if you want to go and check it out, I'll put the link in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye for now.